So I was on my walk, and I've taken some time to sit down. As I mentioned in my last video, my knee's pretty spazzed, so take regular breaks. Anyway, I was trying to think of an idea for a video, and I've got many ideas, but none of them are executable at the moment, purely because of the equipment that I have. And the scale of some of the things I want to do is not massive, but it deserves more than I can give it at the moment. And this video is one I was going to leave for another time. Maybe when the message could kind of hit a bit harder once I've reached a few more people, but at the same time I think it's an important thing to do, and that is the relation between mental health and getting out in nature. For a lot of my life I've been quite troubled. I was bullied quite heavily in school, which basically gave way to a cycle of destruction, self-destruction that is. And it's funny because the thing that I used to do to cope with the bullying is I used to skive off school and I'd go into the woods. That's where I started learning my bushcraft. I used to just go in the woods, build dens all day, learn how to make fire, all of that. And yeah, eventually other things took over in my life. I was a musician. I played drums, so I was in quite a few bands, and I basically followed the sex, drugs and rock and roll lifestyle, which was great. However, it wasn't sustainable. And just over 2 years ago, something happened to me that it crushed me. It really changed my life. In the way that I had to completely rebuild myself. I was not who I used to be. But with that came opportunity. Now, to cope with this thing that happened, I actually binged David Attenborough documentaries non-stop, and it reawakened that piece of me that has always been in touch with all of this. You know, I'd never lost touch with, you know, liking being outside and liking being in the woods. But it had always been a kind of a background thing. In my head, I had more important priorities to be thinking of. And then at that time I was living in London, and then after about 6 months, I thought, well, six months after the incident happened, I thought, you know what, let's go home and reset my life and restart. So I moved home, and the thing that helped me the most is this very woodland that I'm stood in. Now, it's the same woodland that I did the other video in, and as mentioned in my last video, it's on my doorstep. And I came out every single day for about 3 months, and I moved back at the start of August. For about 3 months I was out in these woods every single day. Not just these woods, we've got some adjoining woods, which then joins onto some more woods. So I can just go. This is kind of rare to find in the UK as far as urban areas go. I'm not super urban, don't get me wrong, but I'm not out in the middle of absolute nowhere. The M1 is 5 miles away. So I came out into these woods and I lost myself in the best way. I was amazed by everything that I was seeing. It was like a new piece of me had woken up. It'd been there all along, but it had been silenced by the more kind of demonic things in my life, for want of a better phrase. And I just want to say that if you are going through something, it's cliche, but nature is healing. Now, Hayes Outdoors has said it. A girl called Abby, I can't remember her channel name, I will link it in the description. Abby, she's very big on mental health, and so is Hazy. Now, I don't know them personally. I'm talking about them like I know them personally. I don't. I'm just fans of theirs. I love what they do, and they both are very open about dealing with your demons. You know, not dealing with them, but trying to to alleviate them by getting out into nature and ironically forgetting that you've got a phone. Just going out and walking and going and seeing what you see on the way. Now, I went out for a walk yesterday and I was kind of spoilt, in my opinion, because I don't often get treated to sights like this, and I wish I had a proper camera at the time. But I saw a buzzard just kind of chilling in a tree. I pulled out my binoculars and I watched him for about 5 minutes as he just came down from the tree. He or she came down from the tree and they were just pecking around in the grass. They were doing their thing, and then I just watched them take off and take flight, and it just went into the tree line. And now, saying it out loud, it doesn't sound that spectacular, but when you're that connected, when you feel that connected and you get treated to just something like that, just watching nature do its thing, it's a rush, for me at least. And I think it is for more people. More people just need to get out and experience it. Which is where the mental health thing comes in. If you are struggling and you're going through some stuff, you know, we're all the protagonists on our own stories, and in our stories, you know, things might be bad. Now, compared to other stories, they might not compare. Of course, people are going through worse stuff than you, but what you are feeling is valid. And if you're feeling like that, find your local nature reserve, find your local woodland, find somewhere where you can just get away and go for a walk. Yo, so I was just on my way back from making that video, well, just back from my walk, and I was thinking, talking about nature healing, of course, it was mostly in reference to mental health, and it was all in reference to mental health. I just want to add, nature is literally healing me physically. You know, with my knee, I'm able to get out and into all of this. It excites me to get out, and it gets me out and gets me exercised. And my knee, my brace has been off for a few days. My knee's feeling so much better, and I've been getting out for walks every day. So, yeah, just a little tidbit. I'll probably just chop this in somewhere. Back to that, Cody. Bye. Now, you'll watch all these other channels, and they'll be fucking decked out in gear. And you know, and that's fine. I'm not criticizing. You know, when I go out for my proper hikes, I'm all decked out in gear. But I feel like that might deter a lot of people, thinking, oh shit, you know, I don't have this, I don't have the right walking boots, I don't have this, I don't have that. I'm out in wellies, you know. I don't have any ankle support, and I really should with my leg, but I also, you know, I don't mind getting muddy. So I wear these. Don't let that deter you. Just go out, pack some food, pack a drink, and just go, and leave all your worries in the car or at the doorstep or at the entrance to the woodland, and just go. Because it's liberating. You may not see anything super cool on your first walk, but you'll find on your first walks you're kind of acclimatizing to just being out in nature, and then once you've done that, you start to notice little things. You'll pick out a mushroom, you'll spot a bird, you'll see a silhouette of something in the air and think, oh, that's not a crow, that's not a pigeon. I haven't really got anything else. I've been rambling quite a bit, almost for 10 minutes in fact. So just getting back to the message at hand. If you're going through some stuff, I hope you get over it, I hope you get through it. Now let me tell you, I've been through some shit. And if I can get through it, anyone can. And the way I got through it was with nature. I'll say it again, and I'll acknowledge it's cliched again, but nature is healing. So, go out and heal, I guess. Right, love you and leave you. See you later. Take care.